You're live. Welcome to the Laws of Project Director, a video editing tool by Addie Roush. Thank you, Addie, for teaching us your laws of video editing today.
My pleasure. So fun to be with you guys. Great to see Elena, ladies, and Carl. And actually, let's see. Looks like there's quite a few people here. Hi. And then everybody on the Facebook group. Woo-hoo! All right. So it's 12 o'clock here for me in Phoenix. So I am pumped and excited and talking about one of my second favorite subjects. My first favorite subject is teenagers and helping teenagers succeed, which is why I know so much. You guys all hear me okay?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Which is why I know so much about video editing, is because my mom and I have created 24 online video lessons, 10 to 15 minutes a piece for teenagers. So I kind of wanted to just quickly show you. So we're going to go through Power Director today, as well as Canva later on. So Power Director, I've used Adobe, I've used I went through 4 or 5 different video editing softwares at the beginning of this. A year ago, when my mom and I first started taking her in-person lessons and putting these online. And I'm pretty techy, but I felt like some of those were really difficult. This one, I love it, and I'll show you why here in just one second. Okay, so we're going to start with. I'm going to show you what I'm creating because I like to work from the back forward, and then you guys will have an idea. So I'm going to show you a quick 2-minute video. This is the YouTube video that you guys are going to be helping me create today for me to post on our YouTube channel. Most of the time we have our stuff in Vimeo, and then it streams from Vimeo into Kartra, and then our students are able to get the information just in our class. Actually, I'm going to show you guys that just really quick. Confidence, here's our website. Can you guys see my screen? Yes. Okay. Student login, I'm just going to show you guys. This is our online course. So that way you guys know that I know what I'm talking about. We have a bunch of different lessons here. Module 1, we have 6 different lessons. Module 2, blah, blah, blah. Going to these. And here is our actual online course for teenagers. Woo. All right, now this is what we're going to create today. Hi there. Turn the screen. Okay. You guys can see the video? Welcome back. Today we are going to look at. It's 2 minutes. Welcome back. Today we are going to look at you and your features and flaws. Ready? How hot are you? Look at the mirror and what do you see? Features or flaws? What you focus on is what you'll see. It's okay to know the things you don't like about yourself, however, make sure to focus on the things you do like. Think about it. Being critical of yourself is useless. It has no power to help.
So make a list of your best features and practice focusing on those this week. Guys are usually better at saying their great qualities, which is fantastic. Ladies, we have to work a little harder to see ourselves in our best light. It's worth training your mind at a young age. Guys or girls, to see your features instead of your flaws as you look in the mirror. Others will see you the way you see you. Focus on the things that are awesome about you, because there is power in loving yourself. There will always be people that are hotter than you, smarter than you, funnier, cooler, kinder, etc. So get over it. Understand where you stand and what your awesome qualities are. People will think you're hotter, cooler, funnier, and kinder if you see yourself in that light. This is where the balance of pride and humility and confidence show up. Take pride in the things you love, like your hair, your eyes, your eye color, your smile, your teeth, your shape. Be humble, knowing you have flaws. God allows you to have flaws to help you be more humble. So appreciate those. However, focus on the features. That is your challenge this week. Can you make a list of your best features? And then practice focusing on those features this week. All right, quick video. That's it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click below and subscribe to get more videos on building your confidence and life skills. We are here to prepare you for adulthood. So subscribe below and let's hang out again. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay. That's what we're making today. And then later on, we're going to be creating a thumbnail. And this is the thumbnail that we're going to be creating using Canva. It looks a lot more complicated than it is. Great. So, any questions so far? Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to give you guys a couple links. Okay, so here is our director. Pretty boring so far, right? All right, so you go into Power Director, and the way that this is set up is you have this section right here, which is going to be this video icon. You guys see that okay? So it has the video icon, it has the audio icon, it has a video icon, audio icon, video icon, audio icon. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building on top of each other. That's unique to Power Director. Other systems, you build the opposite direction, you build from bottom up. But I like this better. It just makes more logical sense in my mind. You guys are on this screen, so I'm actually talking to you. So we're going to go in, and I have all of my videos that I use for this, as well as the pictures and the music. But when you first come in here, you're not going to have all of that. So what you're going to need to do is gather that. So put it all in one file explorer. Right here, I've got Dropbox, Life Skills, YouTube, How Hot Are You? So everything to the one video in one folder. Otherwise, it gets a little chaotic. So I've got the picture, and then I've got the other pictures and music. So you go into File, on the top left-hand side here, and make sure that you are on the media content. So top left here, top left here. We're going to go File, Import, Media Files, And go find my files. And you can drag and drop all of them. I mean, you can select all of them, hit open, and they will be. So again, that was file, import, media files. Find them, select them, bring them in. Okay. Now, I shoot all of my videos on my iPhone. Yeah. So, iPhone, they're awesome. My mom and I just put the iPhone up on a tripod, and we take about 3 takes of every video that we take. So you guys are gonna hear some randomness in here. This is us getting prepared to take the video, getting everything all set up. So when you click on the videos here, this first screen here is going to show you what that video is. Or if you click on one of the pictures, this section right here is going to show you what that is. If you're not actually working, this isn't the video that you're working on yet. Let's think of this as kind of a canvas. So we're going to be painting a beautiful picture. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to take one of the beautiful videos and drop it down here. But before we do that, let's make sure it's the one we want. Okay, that's not it. Okay, and that's the right one. So I'm going to take my video, and you know it's a video because it has an MOV or an MP4 or it has a little movie tag. So I'm going to take the video and I'm going to drop it right here on my canvas at the very beginning. So this actually shows you when I start talking, because this is the audio section and this is the video section. But the two are one video, but 2 pieces. So I can kind of scroll forward here. This is my little helper bar. You can drag it along. Now for this one, I think I started it a little bit right there. So I take my, and I don't know any of the terminology. You guys will have to forgive me for not using correct terminology, but I'm completely self-taught. So all of this I learned on my own. So there's an editor, a split timeline tool here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a chop right here in this video. See how there's now a chop in this video? I'm going to right click and remove it. It gives you 3 options when you're wanting to remove things from here. It says, do you want to remove it and leave the gap? Do you want to remove it and fill the gap? Do you want to remove it and move all the clips? So if you're doing editing later on and have lots of clips, you're going to want to use remove all clips. But right now, I'm going to say fill gap. So remove and fill gap.
Welcome back. Today we are going to look at you and your features and flaws. You ready?
Okay, cool. I'm very much every step of the way. Hi, Brenda. Every step of the way, I'm saving these videos because there have been so many times where I've worked very, very hard and the system does something weird and yeah, deletes everything that I just worked on. Okay, so go to Power Director. Begin video edit. Okay, so now we're going to add the video, add the pictures, add the music from a computer into Power Director. Then we're going to put the video into the workspace editor. So that's the workspace editor. And we're going to add the music. So for me, listening to my own voice all the time is kind of boring. So the first thing I always do is add a song. So I'm going to play these two together. So what I did just now, and again, you can click on it and play it in this section right here to see what song it is. Okay, that one's cool. Or I can click on this one and see what song that is. So that's the one that I ended up picking. This one was good too. Yeah. So grab the song that you want to use. Put it right here next to the audio, so the next section. So we're just building layers of audio. And we're going to push play.
Welcome back. Today we are going to look at you and your features and flaws. Ready?
You guys can be sick of hearing that by the end of this, but this is the way it goes. There is in the song section here. See how there's a bar right here, and I can move this up. I can move it down. This is going to be the volume for your video. This is going to be the volume for your song. I'm going to use this one just because it entertains me more today.
Welcome back. Today we are going to look at you and your features and
Hold on a second. So this section right here, sometimes ignore that. I just accidentally pasted that song. Okay. So we're going to paste the song right here in the audio section. Okay. So next we're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to it, adjust the music.
welcome back. Today we are going to look at you and your features.
And you can hear already that my voice is lower and the song is too loud. So that's kind of a big deal if you want people to actually hear your words. So you're going to go ahead and decrease it. You can see where it says 7.3 right there. That's how much I'm decreasing or increasing the song. And all I did was just grab that line. It gives you the arrows, then you grab the line. Test it out. Ready? Still a little bit too loud, so I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. Any questions so far? It's interesting, complex, good. All right, sweet. So the next section is going to be putting in the music, video, pictures, and music. So you guys, I get my music from YouTube Music. They've got a lot of really great selections, and they're all royalty free because obviously you don't want to use somebody's song that they're going to sue you for. So YouTube Music has a lot of good music. And pictures. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add in these pictures. So this picture of the girl, we're going to put down here. And this picture of this girl, we're going to put down here. So see how we've got the layers built now? So here is the video, here's my audio, me singing, here's the song, and now in this video section here, we're going to have pictures. All right. So the next thing and we'll come back to these pictures, we're going to put them where we want them, but just for right now, I wanted to show you how you just literally drag things and drop them onto your canvas. What I'm calling the canvas. Okay. So next we're going to do the intro. So our intro is helping teens transition into successful young adults. And mine actually has a different song. And you'll see. I'm going to drag this down here because I know that I want my intro to be right in between where I stop talking. And you can tell this is where I'm talking, this is where I'm not talking. This is where I'm talking less. So it makes it a little bit easier to put the videos right there in the break. So it's very important to put pictures. You don't want it to be right in the middle of the word and have a picture show up in your face. You know, so that's just one of those things I've had to learn. So if I put this intro right here, you guys heard earlier that this one had a song. So if I was to put just this thing, and this is more complex, but it's something to know anyway. You'll hear two songs playing at the same time. So one song is coming from my intro, and the other song is coming from the song that I put on the video.
Your features and flies, ready?
So you can hear the two songs. That's kind of an issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this bad boy, and I'm going to unlink the video and the audio. See now how it gave a nice little line in between here, whereas this one does not have a line. So this one is all in one piece. This is now two pieces. I'm just going to go in and delete the audio. There we go. And now I've got my intro without the music. All right, so same thing here. I'm going to select, can you guys see the bottom of that screen? Do I need to move up a little bit? Okay. Same thing here. I'm going to select the item that I want to slice. So I'm selecting this item, and then I'm going up to my little slicer, and I'm going to hit slice. Now I can delete that section, leave the gap, and I only have a short video inside of my video. Another way to do that is to simply, and this is another cool thing about PowerDirector specifically, you can click on this section and just drag it to wherever you want it. You can see the red line is telling you right where that is going to end. Trim only, and we're good to go. So those two different ways to do that. So now we've got our entrance, we've got our YouTube intro or whatever you want to do.
How hot are you? Look in the mirror.
And I'm going to hit save. Throughout the thing, you're going to want to continue to save. So throw in a video, throw in whatever you want. Let's see. Okay, so that's all of the pictures. I find a lot of these pictures, I find them in Pixabay, I find them in Pexels, which is P-X-E-L-S. And then we take a lot of pictures because we've got teenagers that volunteer with us to demonstrate what we're doing. But for this video, I didn't have any of our teenage demonstrators. Okay, so I'm going to take a second to kind of just go through these little icons now that we've had a little fun. This first icon right here is the media room. This is where your cursor, this is where what needs to be highlighted if you're going to import any videos, pictures, songs, anything that you want to add to your canvas, it has to be on this media content section. Then there's the color boards. So there's multiple different colors that you can select. And those are really good for like this section right here. If you're putting a picture on top of the video, you don't really want to have your video behind there because that's pretty obvious that you've got a picture on top of your video. So if you add another layer, and then of course, we're thinking about it, the bottom layer is at the top, then the next layer, then the next layer. So I'm going to move this picture down to the next video section. And I'm going to just grab a black background, maybe a white background. And you just drag it straight from on here and drop it right onto the canvas. So there's white, and you go, oh, okay, that looks good. Or you can grab the black one. If you put it right on top of it, it's going to give you options: overwrite, insert, replace. Or if there was nothing there at all, then I could have just dragged and dropped it right on this video line. And now we've got a nice background. You don't see that I'm behind her. And you can also tell that it's the same length because you use your ruler. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't know what it's actually called. Because you use your little red ruler. So that's the color boards. You got background music. I typically don't use their background music. I use YouTube. We're going to go to the next section, and then sound clips. I've used sound clips from here, but the sound clips that I usually use are like, you know, cheesy hands clapping and silly things like that. So that is the media room. Now we're going to go on to the next section, which is My Projects, Express Projects. Don't worry about that when you're first beginning. The effects room. This is if we didn't want to use the black background, but instead we wanted to go ahead and make this blurry. So you know how sometimes you see videos and you see the picture and then you see blur behind it, or you see the video and you see blur behind it? This is how they do that. We're going to make this one just a little bit smaller, and we're going to throw a blur behind this guy. So to do that, we're going to copy the picture and paste it. I just did a Control-V, paste, Control-C, copy. So we've got two pictures, one on top of the other. So this top section is going to be my background. So I'm going to throw a blur. I'm going to drag and drop this word blur. So, I mean, they've got tons of different things that you can do. You can do like black and white background, you can do dreaming, blah, 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 blah. I never use any of them. I only use blur. In other systems, it's called Gaussian blur. So I'm going to throw the blur right on top of my picture. Oh, and right here, Gaussian blur. So not from here, you have to select it from here. So you're going to grab it, drag it right on top of your picture. And you can see how on top it says Gaussian blur. Let it go, and now you are going to be able to make that blurry. So to do that, we're going to hit Effect, and bring the degree up as high as it can go. Close this page, and it's going to give you the lines showing you, okay, now this is the screen that you just did the blur on. So we're going to bring that out.
See, now I'm getting a lot of that.
That's the way they do that. Ooh. Okay. Or that's the way we do that. So FX is the effects room. That is just for pictures and different effects. Then there is this one's kind of fun, and this is unique to PowerDirector as well. And I'm not an affiliate for PowerDirector. I just think it's so much easier. I love it. They have different things that you can download. So all of these pictures are inside of PowerDirector, and I have just downloaded them from their website, really easy. So if you want to do some likes, if you want to do some pictures, different kind of images, they have all kinds of cool stuff. So that's in the video overlay. So that would look like this. If I wanted to do an animation, I would just drag it right on top.
Welcome back. Today we're going to.
But I don't actually want that, so I'm going to delete it. Remove that. Then we have this section here, that's the particle room. It has more fun, fluffy stuff you can add to. So if you want like feet walking in your video, you can add feet walking. See what that looks like.
Look in the mirror and what do you see? Features?
So there's a bunch of different things that you can do on top of your video, just add more interest. And obviously, I'm making videos for teenagers, so I'm using a lot of stuff because their attention span, well, and even our attention span is shorter these days because we're used to things moving in and out and turning, adding different elements. So even this video that I'm showing you guys is a very basic, minimal video. Most of them that I do, it's video, pictures, words, yeah. So there's all of these. Then we're going to go into the text. You guys have any questions yet? Then we're going to go into the text section. And it's going to default to the default my title. Text over. There's like a scroll. You want to add some scroll. There's sparkling. So if you want to do like a little burst of my title, ooh, I'm Roush, isn't that cool? Social media, there's just all kinds of different things that you can add into here. But how you add that is you would go to, I'm just going to give you an example and then grab the default text, and I'm going to drag it and drop it onto the screen. Now that it's down here, you can do one of these things. Either click on the picture, or you can go to the title, double click, and it'll open it up for you to do editing. You can either type right in here. Or you can type here. So you have a bunch of stuff. You have multiple different levels that you're wanting to use. It's easier to use the top left-hand section rather than in. So if you want to move the words around, click off of it for a second, and click back on it, and it's going to give you the option to hover over it. Blinking to my screen. You hover over it, so wherever you want. So if I want it to right here in the back corner, grab a corner, make it bigger, make it smaller. You can highlight these words Change the font. We can change the color. We can do all of that using this left-hand side bar. Now, if you hit OK, it's going to put that on your screen, and we'll do that in 1 second. But what I did for this video is I created a bunch of templates just to make it quicker to show you guys. So I didn't say that. Then it gives an option. Okay, we're at 108. And then hit OK. So you don't have to save that. I showed that to you guys. I can show you where that type up here. Okay. And now that's on our video. So I hit play.
Papers or bars. What you focus on is what you'll see. It's okay to note the things you don't like about yourself.
Here's all the different ones that I created for this video. Does that make sense? The whole text into the picture thing? Okay, go ahead, Jennifer.
Do you upload your own fonts or do you have to stick with what they have?
No, I think you can upload your own font. But you would have to do that. I've never done that, but they've got so many different options too. Okay. So I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to add in this title box that I created earlier and saved. I'm going to add this title box right here in the video. You guys saw that at the very beginning. So again, I just drag and drop. I stole this one from we have a title section. And you can also do the search library if I want title. Awesome. So there's so many different ways to put the title in here. I chose this one. I just dragged it right onto my screen again for the end of the video section. And I'm going to hit play.
Welcome back.
It does the animation. If you wanted to change the colors, change the wording, change the animation, you just do the same thing. You go into this little block and you double click it, and it's going to give you all the options to make the changes. So for this one, I don't want it to run into my intro. Because that's what it would look like this. Now, Addie Life Skills is right on top of this. That's not what I want. So I click on that little box and I hover until I see the 2 arrows so I can move it, or I take my ruler and I align it perfectly with this guy and I chop it off. Delete it. I like everything kind of in the same line, so I'm going to move this up. And we're going to go to the next section. This is the title of the video. Add the title of the video here. Drag and drop. Play. Blah, 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 blah. So it's going to show you the title.
Welcome back.
See how my mouth is not matching up with the video? Sometimes that happens because it's not rendered. Rendering is when you take the video and you condense it down to. So just stop the video.
So then we're going to look at,
And it should be correct.
going to look at you and your features and flaws. Ready? How hot are you?
If not, I just want to make sure that our skill link. So then you just move that in and out. So that is the text section. In order to like fade something in or fade something out, you would go ahead and put this box right inside of this video. So I'm going to chop this section out, just the same. See how I'm lining it up with this info video? I'm going to chop that out. I'm going to just remove and leave gap for that section. And took my entrance and I put it right here. Okay. Now we can go in and we can do all kinds of different fades. So we can wipe it out. And do cross swipe, we can do white soft swipe, we're just going to do white clock. So I like to, this section down here is smaller and larger. I'm going to make this a little bit larger, definitely this whole section. That way I can see exactly where I'm putting this. I'm going to take the white clock and then shrink it down. Right on the other, and that's what this looks like. So that's how you get that crossfade, the different kinds. Typically, I only use cross. I've been using swipe just for this particular video. Then we have other cool things. You've got, you can check out the different audio. So if you're looking at the
And we are going to look at you and your
audio 1 is me talking, audio 2 is music, so you can see that me talking is 0.42. You don't want it to go into the red here.
features and flaws. Ready?
And there's a couple times that my voice goes into the red. I could probably decrease this down, make it a little bit better, but just know audio 1 is the first section, and then audio 2 is that second section. Then we've got, if you want to do speaking over your video, you can use the microphone. I don't like this feature, so I don't use it. So that's basically everything that you would probably want to use on your video. So save the video, and you can tell right here on the top left-hand side. Is this up for you guys? Anyway, so the top left-hand side here where it says edit, right beside here, we're going to pretend like we're good with this video. We don't have any more edits to make. We've got the intro, we've got pictures, we've got words, we've got everything that we want. I'm going to confuse. And this is where the magic happens. We're going to take our canvas and we're going to turn our canvas now into an MP4 video that you can share with people, that you can share on Facebook, that you can share on YouTube, that you can share on all kinds of different things, whatever you want. For us today, we're going to use this export folder. This is where your video is going to export to. It's very important to open the 3 dots and tell it where you want it to stay. Otherwise, it's going to CyberLink Power Director. So for me, I've been putting these things in Web Skills, YouTube, how are you? Save. and start. So I'm not going to hit start because that takes up a lot of my memory and I might lose it. But if you hit start, then you can go ahead and export the created video. And as soon as it's done, I'm going to hit start. Cross my fingers. Okay, so you can tell that it is rendering, that it's producing, because it says right there, produce. You've got the screen. For a 2-minute video, it shouldn't take very long. It'll actually tell you how many minutes. So this 2-minute video, it's going to take 8 minutes to export into my file. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to go cancel rendering. But it's not really cancel rendering. This is now we're complete with video edit. Okay, so that's how you create the videos using PowerDirector. It's such a nice system to use. And then, you know, you don't have to have anything more than your phone to take a video, and then the video, import it into your computer. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to create the thumbnail. You go to my YouTube. You know, you go to people's YouTube and you see their fun little thumbnails. YouTube or Vimeo or whatever, you've got these fun little thumbnails. So that's what we're going to do next with Canva. We're going to canva.com. And there's one of canva.com. Are you guys familiar with Canva? It's pretty awesome. I really like it. I mean, I use it for our YouTube thumbnails. I use it for our website designs. I use it for so many different things. And the way that I like to organize my Canva is I like to, and this was taught to me by Shyla, who is a fantastic Facebook designer. I like to organize mine by putting the title up above and then putting all of the same similar files in one fell swoop. That way I can go into that one and I can export. It just makes it a little bit easier. But for you guys, when you're first beginning, you're going to go to canva.com and you're going to search in the search bar. And you're going to do YouTube thumbnail. Thumbnail, awesome. What that's going to give you is it's going to give you some templates, and then it's also going to give you the size that you need. And that's pretty important because different sizes, they change. So the thumbnail is going to be different than like your Facebook cover page, which is going to be different than an Instagram thumbnail, which is going to be, so there's different sizes, whatever you're creating, make sure to find the right size. We're going to do creative link using thumbnail. That's going to give you a blank page. So to create you're going to click on the screen if you want to change the color of the background to start. So we're going to change the color of our background to turquoise. Then you're going to add in, and there's also this section here. We're going to add in a picture. So uploaded media. You guys ever wondered how you get a picture with no background? I'll tell you. Take a picture with your camera, or you can take a picture using the system that I just showed you. Either way, take your one photo that you want to move the background from and go to remove background upload. Here's the original picture. And I'll put these 3 links. I'll put Canva, remove background upload, and Power Director to download those. I'll put those up in the chat or someplace you guys with access. Go here. Remove dot background. You can click upload image. Upload image. You're going to find the file that you want to use background of. Open it. Go. That's a thing. And then all you have to do is download it. The cool thing about this website is it's free. Okay. Download. This is what I just said. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to go File, Save As. And I'm going to save my little PNG here in my PowerPoint file so that I can use it in Canva. Okay, back to my Canva. That's how I created this picture. I'm going to go to Upload. Obviously, this picture wouldn't have been there before. I'm going to go to Upload Media. Go to Device, which is in your computer. And then you're going to find the file. Click the one with the background green. You're going to upload it. And you drag it and drop it right onto your screen. Make it as big as you want, you can make it as small as you want. I have 6 minutes on this. It's a little bit bigger, but not too big. Now, if you want to add the boxes, like this one, I have the box. I've got the picture, I've got my logo, our mascot, and some words here.
How do you have an extra R in your?
How hot are you? Thank you. That's what I get for trying to do this really quick before I get on the phone with you. Okay. And this is actually the one that I'm going to use today when I upload it. So if you guys are on my email list, you guys will be giving a link to this YouTube. If you guys are subscribing to our YouTube, you'll get a link to it, and then also I'm going to be putting this on Facebook. So that'll be fun because you guys will be able to see the actual video and go, oh, I hung out with her while she was making this. Okay, so the best thing to do with these, you guys, is to have an over-exaggerated face. So emotions are really good. That like sad face, happy face, show the emotion of the day. I'm really excited about this one, right? Like, how hot are you? Even though I'm talking about features and flaws, and I'm seeing all my flaws. But anyway, I'm seeing my features. Yes, there we go. So you're going to want to make it bigger or smaller, but make sure that your expression says a lot. You can add text. There's so many different kinds of text in here. You can do a regular heading. You can do different ones that you recommend. We're just going to put it in here. How hot are you? And you can move it. Put it on 2 lines if you want. To change the color of the text, you have to text editor, and you've got lots of different choices. This logo colors, I loaded my logo colors. This is the Pro version. There's Canva Free and Canva Pro. I think it's really cool, but I've got some different colors in our logo. So go ahead and change the colors of the text. Do it wherever you want it. I find it hard sometimes when I'm looking at YouTube videos to read the words. So I find it important to make the words as big as possible, number one. And number two, I like to throw in a background. So you can go to this element section, so we're in text, now we're going to elements, and throw in a background. So there are multiple different shapes, just these shapes are what we're doing here. You can just drag it, or you can click it, or you just drag it up. See how there's different editing. Little yes, just pull this guy over your words. Obviously, you can't see it now, so you're going to go to the top right-hand side where it says position. Last time I made one of these videos, I used to put it off on my left and right. So, okay, how hard are you? So, what I did there was I did the position and I told this that I want the gray part to go backwards. The gray part go backwards. Backwards. And that's going to pull the words up and it's going to push the color back. And now you have words, you have a picture, you have a background. You can also add, if you want to do smaller, website, skills, confidence. Here, make it bigger, make it smaller, change the color. I like to make my hyperlink blue, and I like to underline them just to make them noted that they are hyperlinked. You can add different pictures, and the other cool thing about Canva is they actually have a lot of stock videos. So the templates, they've got the templates, the uploads is where you're going to upload your different pictures. I uploaded all of these. But if you go to photos, photos is going to have a ton of options for you to use. A lot for free, some for pro. So if I were to do team smiling, look at all these different pictures I can throw it right on here. If I wanted that right behind here, position it, I can just put it right on top of where I want it to go and then tell it to go backwards. So everything that I have is right on top. Does that make sense? If I wanted just this picture, and I could look like I had that in my background. So there's so many cool things you can do with Canva. I'm going to go to this one. Since this one I've already created, I've already paid attention, and you guys have already spell checked it for me. Thank you, Dolly. So this is how you export. Do you guys have any questions about the design part? Elements, text, photos, and upload is what we just went. I have this video in my YouTube channel how to create a thumbnail. So I haven't created the video editing one. I wanted to put a little bit more detail on that one this week. Just to get an understanding of how to create a video. But also, if you're interested, then I would recommend PowerDirect, especially if you're kind of new at these things. Okay. So we're going to go back to the one that I'm actually going to upload. Let's go to download. And this is the important part since I do mine all in the same. You have to tell it which one you want to download. I want it to download number 2. And I know that it says read 2. So I'm going to go to download. It's done. Download. And it's going to pull up on the bottom left-hand side. So Usually yours will probably pull up on the bottom left-hand side. You're gonna have to find it and bring it here. This is my default. I have a default which will always bring it up. Now we've got our PNG. I'm gonna go right click, save as. I'm gonna put this right here. There's something to be said about making sure that your graphics have your website and have good, like this one I'm going to call Let's Go for Confidence. That way, there's some back of that like I know, but there's a reason why you want to give your pictures good names. You're going to go save. Yay! Okay, I'm going to put that to the side for a second. We're going to go to our YouTube. We're 4 minutes over, so if you guys want, are you back on?
I'm here.
Can I have a couple more minutes?
Absolutely. Finish your thoughts. We can extend the schedule, no problem.
Okay. No, so the cool part about, you guys will do me a favor too. So we're just now creating, and we don't have a lot of subscribers. You guys can subscribe to my channel, our channel, Mom and my channel, Let's Go for Confidence. That would help us a lot. We're trying to get 100 bucks so that we can have our own YouTube. We can have our own YouTube URL. But right now, we haven't been advertising this a lot. We just that we did start advertising. It would be helpful. So we've got a ton of videos on this bad boy. Playlists are your friends. So you're videos. You're gonna want to put those videos in playlists. That the cool part about this is when I send, so we're going to do parents of teens. So I've got one playlist that's specifically for teens, and then I have one playlist that's specifically for parents of teens. These are all the videos. Oh gosh, it's great to see you there. I'm Addie. These are all the videos that are in the teen playlist. So when I send them this link, or I send the parent this link, all of these videos that are on this playlist will play back to back to back. Have you ever been sent a link and there's one video showing up, and then it's Juice Plus, or it's whatever you've been watching recently? That's because they didn't send you the playlist, they just sent you one video. The playlists are super. We're going to go in and we're going to create. We're going to upload the video that we just made. Up right hand side. Everything's a song for us. Select the file. Wherever you just downloaded that final MP4 video, that's where you're going to want to go in and upload. So select your file, put the YouTube video that you just created. The title, there's Google title and description. There's so much that goes into these two sections. I can't even begin to cover it, but life skills. How hot are you? Remember that thumbnail that we created? If I didn't create a thumbnail, it would randomly select something weird for me, and I've got a lot of weird selections on my YouTube video. I haven't updated them all, but I personally like using the thumbnail better, so we're going to upload thumbnail. We're going to find that thumbnail created. Enter here. And now when my video is done importing, I'm gonna have this as the front page, and then I'll have the video behind it, so that when people are scrolling through and looking at my channel, it looks more succinct, it looks more professional. So put in the description, put in the title, put in the thumbnail. This is where the playlist is. I'm gonna go ahead and add this one to both the teams playlist and also the parent playlist because it is an informational video. We can go next. There's no age restriction unless if you are making videos for members of different things in the video. If you want to add elements, whatever, you just do.
Hi everyone, it's Blanca. I had 60 people today.
And then right here, someplace on here, if you guys want to add closed caption to your video, it allows you to select closed caption. So pay attention to that. There's some tags that you can do, commenting. So anyway, so there's so much that you can do on Facebook, but that is how you create a video and upload it into your YouTube using Canva to create your thumbnail, to make your videos look professional and interesting and clear to know what you're actually talking about. What questions do you get? Very complex, but super easy at the same time. So I'm going to let this guy finish uploading because I actually did need to upload that video. And I am done.
Oh,
Guys, so much. That was a blast. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and learning your video editing with me. I'm a nerd and love technology, so if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to call me 602-882-6007. Email us, Addie@letsgoconfidence.com. Check out our website, letsgoconfidence.com. And I'll put some links in the chat. Thanks.
that was incredible. Thank you so much.